NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. On defense, the Thunder. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goals and his opponent is really something to watch.
Here's San Antonio. Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Duncan's got his second basket. On defense, the Spurs, and Doris Burke caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Doris?
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X-factor for them. Back to you.
All right, Doris.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Durant for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Nobody near Leonard. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oklahoma City has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The offense, 3 or 4, a solid start for this game.
And that one's good. Parker.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Lets it fly from 18. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. San Antonio trailing here.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation.
What's up, y'all? I'm sorry. I had to pause the game because I had to do something. I had to do something, y'all. I had to do something.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking
yeah, y'all see me. I had to do something.
More and more, and Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players are playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. Trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they
this
took
game gonna be good, fast, quick.
Kevin Durant picking up that last basket.
Now.
Plenty of space.
We left him open for the two-pointer Dre.
He put that on a silver platter. Just served it.
Y'all, I'm gonna be saying like green light and stuff, but it's really not a green light release when I shoot a 3 or 2. Green light.
56 left to play in the first quarter, and the shot is good.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot, and then just flew by.
Last game I should have seen my Eagle season.
The work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Oh.
Near the three-point line, it's
my ankle sequence.
Again, the Thunder score.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. He's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what
Y'all don't mind me doing this. I'm doing something.
Makes him so special.
I'm doing something.
Now here's Aldridge. He has 6. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And 1:01 left to play in the first. It's Durant with the drive. 5 on the clock. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
With Westbrook, it fits right in with how he plays. I mean, he is relentless when he goes at the rim and takes out any contact he felt on the way to get there.
Now here's Parker. Green kicks to Aldridge. Parker dishes to Duncan. Fade away. Thunder with the rebound.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Durant just inside the line. Again, Oklahoma City.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on defense.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still as a defender.
And Tim Duncan closing in 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game.
The games are my solace. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy the chess match.
I just don't get here the ugly.
Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him. And
y'all.
Oh no, bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you.
Yanni, come here. Anybody?
You want to do the opposite of smart basketball.
San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Anderson is out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Martin. Then there's West. And it's Mills in at the point. Anderson passes to Diaw. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Durant against Anderson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Kanter. And that one's good. Kanter's got his first 2 points.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Last season, as usual, they passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades. Played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
For three, Durant.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
And Mills kicks to Diaw. Shoots the three. And it's Martin missing. The Thunder leading by 6. Inside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Over to the wing. Here's Anderson. And Durant sends it back. Picked by West. It's Anderson with the drive. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Over to the left wing. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Spurs trail by 9. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team clock.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Back to Westbrook. He kicks it to Durant. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Diaw. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Anderson. And it's Ginobili in for Martin. Westbrook kicks to Durant. The 3. And the shot is good. Durant's got 30.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Mills dishes to Aldridge. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Aldridge has got 8.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And he gets the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Duncan, he's checked in for West. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Leonard with the ball. And that one's good. Parker.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Count the bucket. That's 36 points for Kevin Durant.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Great open look there.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Durant against Aldridge. Payne gets a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And so we wrap up the first half. Thunder lead by 13. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 36 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well, and their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half, but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 36 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Payne, and it's Cantor in at the 7.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 18. From downtown, Kevin Durant again from deep. Durant's got 44.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Got that one up quick. 12 points for Russell Westbrook.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range. And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting 5 a lot last year.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. Spurs only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And, you know, the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kevin Martin is checked in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. And he gets the bucket. Martin's got his second basket of the night.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And Durant gets double teamed. Stolen by Martin. In transition, here come the Spurs. And that one's good. Anderson's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up. And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
It's Durant on the wing. Durant drawing the double team.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Clock at 4. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Westbrook comes as the Spurs gain possession. The Spurs have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. 1:57 left in the third. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I didn't really expect him to turn it over as many times as he has in the second half. It's caught me by surprise because before the break he only had one.
Passes to Ibaka. The dish now to Durant. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. Ibaka the pass to Canner. Durant attacking, and he gets it to go.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate us top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Mills dishes to Anderson. Outside, Green. Spurs working the ball around now. Wide open. He fires. Once again off the mark.
Without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Martin's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of...
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Stolen by Anderson. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Green, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Martin kicks it to West, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Spurs shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Boris Diaw, Ginobili out there with Miller. Then there's Anderson, and stolen by Payne. It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili, and Durant gets it to go.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Miller kicks to Diaw. To the paint. Here's Anderson. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And he gets it to go.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Ginobili outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And really deep three that time.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive. Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Westbrook. The rebound by Anderson.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Durant against Diaw. Right side, Westbrook. Drops in the tray.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And the shot is good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Fred.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. It's Anderson with the drive. Marjanovic.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And the shot is good. Durant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Ginobili outside. Jumper off the screen. They set the screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson.
Boy, Kevin, right there, Ginobili showed you as pretty a stroke as there is.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts. And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Adams comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Andre Robertson in for Payne. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Kanter's checked in. Here is Durant.
2 minutes, 2.
Kanter, high post, launches it, and it's Durant, that time on the assist from Enes Kanter. Cantor's got his 3rd assist on the night. Miller kicks to Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His 2nd 3 of the game.
Diaw with the steal.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Durant. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And it's good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Down low. Shots good by Ibaka.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Leonard, no luck.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And he just big-boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got. Oh! And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Durant.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And that one's good.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
And Leonard has it in the corner. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Here is Durant. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And only got...
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the score.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.